and you can tell because his hand tends to be raw when he comes into class.
Yes, if it's so strong, you can probably crush a Volkswagen.
Yes, and it worries me because one of the symptoms of Ebola is having these raw things on your right hand.
Yes, they say that's the first sign.
Yes, and it turns out that Ebola is really contagious if you touch people.
Yes, and people like to be touched, so it's very tough. It's going to be very difficult in this society to stop it.
Yes, and that's especially true with people like you because you keep touching people.
Yes, and I'm volatile and I'm very touchy-feely.
Yes, and I think it makes for a good environment in the class because it turns out that touching people while they're learning acting and improv is good.
Yes, and that's why I have molestation insurance.
Yes, and that's funny because that type of insurance is really expensive.
Yes, and tell me about it. I've been paying out through the nose for it. That's sort of a symptom of Ebola also.
Yes, and that's funny because Ebola has recently had there's a vaccine that was discovered for Ebola.
Yes, I'd like to see the first brave soul to take it.
Yes, and so would I, because it turns out that there's some nasty side effects from taking the vaccine.
Yes, like death. Yes, and there's also nasty side effects to many pills that are out there today.
Yes, and it makes me wonder why people like taking pills so much, if there's so many nasty side effects.
Yes, in our society, it seems to have so many sicknesses and illnesses, and ADHD and DOD and COD and all that stuff.
Yes, and it makes no sense to me because we're aging, we're getting older, and it seems like the number of diseases that are coming out increases every year.
Yes, and it's exciting. The more people, the more diseases.
Yes, yes, and the more people, the more diseases, the more deaths.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is getting really depressing. All right, good.